Okay, welcome back. So we're going to look at number 3 on the chapter 2 review, and I'm just going to be working with that first graph for f. And here we're doing some sketching of transformed functions. So I'm going to look first at A. It wants us to graph what 2f of x plus 1 looks like. Okay. So 2f of x plus 1, well, what is this going to be? The 2 is a vertical stretch, right? Okay. The 1, what does this do? It tells me I go up 1, right? So I want to sketch a graph of what this new function will look like using this graph that I already have. Okay, so the 2 vertical stretch will double all of the y values here. So for instance, this one, well, let's use a different color here. I'm going to double it, so I'd be up here at 2, and then I'm going to add 1 or shift it up 1, so we're going to be up here at 3. Okay, that's where my graph's going to be. Then let's try it here at 1. Where are we going to be at? Well, at 1, f is 0, right? So when I double that, I'm just going to get 0, and then shift it up 1, so we're going to be at 1. Okay. And then this will just turn into a line like that, right? Okay. When I double here at -1, when we double that, we were at 2, right? So when we double that, we get 4, and then shift it up 1 will put me at 5. So I'm going to be up at 5 at that point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe we can fit one more up there. 5. Okay. Oops, sorry. This should be a straight line all the way through, but didn't draw my graph super well. Okay. And let's just do this one right here. At -2, we're at 0. So we're taking 0 and timesing it by 2 is 0 plus 1 is 1. So we're going to be up here at 1. Notice I'm just doubling the y values and adding 1 to them. Okay. So my graph is going to look something like this. If I'd sketched it really good, there would be straight lines here. Okay. Now for this last one, right? For this curve over here at 2, we're at 1, so I'm going to take my y value as 1, and we're doubling it. So we're at 2, and then add 1, we're going to be at 3. So it's going to be something like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Something along those lines. Okay, so this will be our graph of our new function. It's stretched and then shifted up 1. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these just to make sure we got this. So let's do We'll do a different color, shall we? So C, no, not C. We'll do E. Negative 2 f of x over 3 plus 3. This is going to be a fun one, okay? So maybe I'm going to erase this one that we already made so that we don't get confused. Just go back to our original function. Okay, so there's our original function. So the negative 2 means it's a vertical stretch and I'm flipping it upside down, right? The x over 3 means that this is a horizontal, either stretch or compression. In this case, whenever it's the thing next to the x, it does the opposite of what you would think. And normally, when you think of a third, you kind of think, oh, that's small, that should be shrinking. Well, it's next to the x, so it's actually expanding out. So let's start just with the x over 3, the f of x over 3. What does that look like? Okay. Well, it's going to stretch out the x values so they're 3 times as big as they were before. So normally, 0 stays the same because 3 times 0 is still 0. But this point happened at x equals 1. Well, now it's going to happen at x equals 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to be over here. Okay? And normally what you kind of want to do with this is you start inside the function and you like next to the x, and then you work outwards from there. Okay? So let's see, this point happens at 2, so it's going to happen at 6 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is me graphing f of x over 3. Okay. Okay, and this point stays the same because at 0 we're not doing anything, so we're going to have something like that. Straight line like that. This guy's going to be out here instead of at 1. That same point is going to be at 3. At negative 3, sorry. This is negative 1. We just times that by 3. So 1, 2, 3. So at 3, we're going to be at negative 3, we're going to be at the same place we were when we were at negative 1. Okay? And then from there, well, this is going to happen where it hits 0 is going to be 3 times where it was before. So it's going to be at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can't quite fit it, but it would be out at 6. Okay? So this is f of x over 3. Okay? Well, now, what does the negative 2 do? Well, that's a vertical stretch, and it flips it over the x-axis. It takes all your y values and makes them negative. So this point here was at negative, or at positive 1. So when I times that by negative 2, I'm going to be down here at negative 2. Okay, this one was at 0, so it's going to stay there at 0. Okay. This one was up at 2, so it's going to switch to be at negative 4. Okay, it should preserve the lines. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong place. That one would stay the same. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Okay. So there's our, that's what this segment here turns into, is that. And then we're taking the y value here is +1, so we times that by -2 and get -2, so we're going to be 1, 2. Again, not doing the best at drawing graphs here, but okay. And then lastly, this place over here at 6, it's 0, so when I times that by -2, it's still going to be 0. So it's going to be like that. Okay, so this would be your -2 f of x over 3. So now we've done those two. Okay, and then lastly, how do you get the +3 on the end? What does that do? That moves us up 3. Okay, so I would just take this graph that I have, the purple graph, and I'm going to move it up 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then should be here at -1, 1, 2, 3 is going to be up there. Okay, and then so this line is just parallel, and this one is like that. Okay, and then lastly, just this one goes up 3, so 1, 2, 3. So there's our graph. So this blue one, this is our final answer. F of, so -2 f of x plus 3. Sorry, -2 f of x divided by 3, and then plus 3. That would be our graph. Okay, so that one's kind of tricky, right? Kind of hard, especially when you start having shrinks or stretches. It gets kind of complicated. Multiple of them gets kind of crazy. But if you just draw one at a time, it can be easy to get confused. But if you need to, just erase the, like, you want to leave probably your original one on there, but as you get more, you can erase the previous one. So like once I got this orange, or sorry, once I got this blue one, I don't really need the orange one anymore. I could erase that. Okay. So that is, sorry, hopefully that's not too confusing, but that's how you graph these. You just do the sequence of transformations. You start closest to x and work out from there. Okay. So hopefully that helps. I will see you guys in the next video.